Welcome in everybody to the late night show ahead of the spread. And tonight we have 10 games to try to get ahead of and see if we can beat some of those morning lines. Usually I like to start the show off by saying how I did the previous day, but I didn't have any bets. So I'll just say things have been going well in general. I think 26 and 11 run that I'm on in all sports. So that's about 70% or so. Doing pretty well. Can't complain. So we'll try to keep that going here this next week. And I'll tell you guys, on this 10 game slate, I have made one, two, three, four, five bets. So we have a lot to talk about. Shout out to the people who've stayed up late night to watch and talk these games out with us. Brian S, Saturated, KC in the building, Gary Smith, 360 bets. Appreciate you guys. Let's get to it. Out of this 10 game slate, probably two games that we won't spend too much time on. But other than that, we should be pretty good. And bear with me because it's my second time doing this, but I think I figured it out a little bit better than the first. So here we go. We should be good there. Boom. First game up, we'll go in rotation order. Hawks and Pistons. This game opened up Pistons minus 3.5, hasn't really moved. The total though has went from 237 down to 234.5. And looking at the Pistons here, it's their third game in 4 nights, fourth and six, second of a back to back for the Hawks. A chance for them to get double digit in season revenge. And it says they have the rest advantage. Um, I'm not really seeing it there. But what I will say is I don't really trust this Hawks team to score points. When Trey Young is not on the floor, um, it's just not a lot of guys out there you can trust right now. Bogdanovich is out. Capella's also going to be out for this game. That's what I worry about for anybody who thinks there's going to be points in this game. I would agree with the movement down. I like anybody for points is going to be Cade for the Pistons. But other than that, I'm not going to touch this game. I'll take a quick look in the chat, see if anybody likes anything. Cheerful Stadium. Appreciate you. Thank you, Red Hot Kick. I appreciate you guys in the chat. I really do. I want y'all to know that. And I'm glad I have access and I can actually look at some of that stuff. Appreciate you, 360 bets. B Daddy in the building. Appreciate all you guys. Let's keep it going. Next game, we will go Wizards and Hornets. And I think this is one I'm just going to skip. I have zero interest betting the Hornets. LaMelo, until he's back, you can't really trust them to score points. They're just really inconsistent in everything that they do. So that's really how I'm treating them. And I know he's not going to be back tomorrow. For the Wizards, they're just a team you can't trust. Yes, they won their last game. Also, they've been playing a lot lately. You can see here on the screen, and just a team I don't trust. So I'll keep it moving past that game. And next, I think there's a pretty interesting game. Rockets and Knicks. So for this one, the Knicks opened up -5. It moved a little bit, but it's pretty much still 5 everywhere. For the total, it opened 222.5, and it looks like 224.5. As far as injuries are concerned, Fred Van Fleet has been ruled out. I did see him last I checked, it was game time, but he has been ruled out now. And as far as Sengun, he's still game time decision. No update there. For New York, Josh Hart is game time. It says Ananobi's questionable, but I'm pretty sure he's not playing because he sprained his foot. They're doing like X-rays or MRI. I know it wasn't too bad, but I don't expect him to be out there in this game, and that's a big thing that I'm looking at here. So I know the Knicks without Ananobi, they've only won, I believe, 2 of their last 8 games. I think he's a key piece for everything that they do. I know the Rockets, like I said, are going to miss Fred VanVleet. I know the Rockets still have Şengün questionable. I personally think he's going to play Şengün, but the more reason I think to like the Rockets side is their coach was just pretty upset with their effort in their last game. Like both of these teams are off of pretty bad losses. But who's worse was lost? I'll look at it that way. Like Knicks were double digit favorites versus the Lakers, but is it that bad losing to LeBron as it was for the Rockets previous game? So you can see right here on the screen versus the Nets. Losing by 12 as 13-point favorites. So the coach was really upset with their effort, and the Rockets have been pretty good in spots where they've lost like that. So I think they'll respond. I'll take a quick look. Appreciate you guys in the chat. B Daddy agrees with me. 360 bets asking about the first half. I'll scroll down here and see. But I'm not really. Yeah, the Knicks have been pretty good early too, lately at least. So I don't really have any reason to take the first half over the full game. I think the full game will be okay. All right. Let me see. Let me get back to the screen and let me try to do it like this. Let me see if this will work. Or actually, I'm sorry. I'll just have to figure that out next time. I'll get better as we go along. My bad, you guys. Um, Next game, certain things I'm used to doing are a little bit different right here. Next game, Kings and Timberwolves. For the Timberwolves, this one opened as a 1 point favorite. They're now 4.5. And the total opened 223.5, and it looks like 221.5. As far as injuries, I mean, and this is one right here. We know Fox got traded. Um, he's gonna be over there with Wemby on the Spurs. So, and they got Levine over there on Sacramento, but he's gonna be out for this game. So, um, I'm not sure how many bodies. That's what I'm trying to think. How many bodies they have available for Sacramento? That's probably why the line did what it did immediately. For Minnesota, you do have Randall out, DiVincenzo out, Nas Reed game time, Anthony Edwards game time. So it's a lot of moving parts in this game. It's also the Timberwolves' fourth game in 6 nights. It's a chance for them to bounce back after losing to the Wizards. Also, Sacramento got stomped by OKC. Ultimately, I'll just say it's not a game I think I'm going to have my money on. But if I did, I would be looking towards the Timberwolves. Obviously, I don't like getting the worst of the line if it opened -1 and it looks like 4.5 now. But that's the only way that I can look. Trying to see if I can see anything in the chat. B Daddy likes Minnesota. He's saying catching Sacramento at a good time during the trade. I can understand that. Cheerful Stadium's asking about Sabonis over on his points. I'm not too sure about that. I didn't really look into props, so I'm sorry I can't help you. I did my work on all the sides. I didn't finish my work on all the props. I don't have a reason to talk you off, but I just, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to tell you anything. Tyler likes the team total over for the Wolves. I could take a look really quick. Let's look at what they've been doing last 5. Defensively, Kings are the second worst team. They've been giving up 126.4 points per game. They've been giving up the most points per game. So I can understand that. Timberwolves team total seems like a pretty good look to me. Could be a good call out there. Keep going down the list. We do have a lot of games today. Next up, we have Milwaukee and OKC. And bear with me for 1 second. I just need a little water. All right. Yeah. I like that look. Monk assist. I can see that for sure. Casey likes that many teams total over. I do see those good looks right there. All right. Bucks and Thunder. This one opened up -7.5 for the Thunder. I see pretty much 10 everywhere. Um, Total open 234.5, and it's down to 232.5 pretty much everywhere. For this one, let's take a look at the injury report. What's going on here? So for the Bucks, I mean, we're gonna see more of that. They just played last night. For the Thunder, right now at least, Caruso, Wallace, Williams, all this to this game time decision. This is the third game in 4 nights for the Bucks. Like I said, they just finished playing. They lost to Memphis, and in that game, Dame and Giannis had to play 37 minutes. So it'll be interesting to see what they do on this back to back. They did lose though, so they could both play and try to get a W. It's going to be tough versus Thunder team. They did beat them earlier in the season. I want to say it was in December. Yeah, December 17th. Pretty good, 97-81 in that last game. So a chance for the Thunder to get revenge, and for a team that I think they have. I mean, it says 10 there, but I think that might be a mistake. I think they have 9 losses. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They're a member of teams that beat them. So them with the rest advantage being at home, I think the Thunder are the better side in this game, especially not knowing who you're going to get ruled out for the Bucks tomorrow. So Thunder, I did personally take -8.5. It's up to -10 now. I still think they're gonna win by double digits, but just telling you guys what I did. So that's what I'm gonna get with there. Let's keep going down the list. Next up, we have San Antonio and Memphis. This one opened up Memphis -6. My bad. All right. Yeah, opened up Memphis -6, and it looks like 5.5 now. As far as the total, it opened 242.5, and it looks like 240.5. For injuries, John Morant looks like he's not going to play. Desmond Bain is not on the injury report, but I think he got hurt in that last game. I think something happened with him at the end of that game. Um, Marcus Smart is listed as out. Ken Spencer and Williams listed as out. It's interesting. Wembanyama listed as questionable for Spurs. I think that's a huge deal. I mean, obviously it's a huge deal, but um, the Spurs, I mean, the Grizzlies like to score a lot in the paint. If he's not there to prevent it, I mean, he could have a field day. That's kind of how they've won the past 2 games. They kind of see it here, and they blew them out in both games. So I think we have to wait on the injury for a little bit for this game. But if I have to play right now, I would think, especially with the question mark for Wemby, I'd probably still lean with the Grizzlies. I gotta wait to see with Desmond Bain. So I'm not really too sure what to do with this game. This is not one I think I'm gonna touch. Chris Warren likes the Spurs. Um, I just I don't want to tell you guys anything. I'm trying to give you guys something, but that's not one I'm gonna do anything with. Next game, Pacers and Jazz. I like I think 3 of the last 4 games I like, and this is not one of them either. So I'm gonna go right ahead and skip that one. We're gonna go to the next one. Pelicans and Denver. All I'll say on that Jazz game is I don't want to be fading them. I know Indy's been playing good, but I don't want to be fading them. Um, like I mean, I don't want to be. I want to take the Jazz while they're healthy. Like I think they're the team to be backing right now versus playing against them. That's what I'm trying to say for that last game. That's all. The only way I feel. I'm gonna leave it alone though. So for this game, Pelicans and Nuggets opened up 11 and a half, or I'm sorry, 13 and a half point favorites for Denver, down to 11 and a half pretty much everywhere. Total open 235 and a half, and it looks like 239 and a half currently. Injury report for Pelicans: Hawkins is game time, Tice is game time, Ingram is out, Herb Jones is out. At least that's what we have right now. For the Nuggets, we know Westbrook is not going to be playing. Watson is going to be out. The Nuggets playing their third game in 4 nights, fourth and sixth. For the Pelicans, they are the more rested team in this one. Um, yeah, more rested team in this one, and they're pretty healthy. I'm trying to look at their, yeah, they're pretty healthy. I did name their injury report earlier. I think they added it since I last looked, so that's why I'm double checking here. But they're still pretty healthy, and the Nuggets. The thing I usually say about I gotta stand on what I always say, and the Nuggets haven't been playing any defense. Let's get down here. The worst defensive rated team last 5 games, giving up what is it, 124.4 points per game. Pelicans have been giving it up too. So it's two teams who haven't really been doing much defensively. I think a bet you got to look at here for one. What I always say is you can't lay with a team who's not getting any stops. Like how are we gonna expect them to win by multiple possessions if you can't get any stops? That's just how I always look at it. And I can see the Pelicans with the people they have available, being able to go bucket for bucket with the Nuggets. Pelicans have cleared their team total of 113 and a half, 9 of their last 11 games. I think you got to look at them. I think they're the team you have to target in this one. So um, I like the team total, like I said, but I think the spread is good too, plus the 12 points. Those are directions that I would look at for this game. Casey said Brain probably sits in an earlier game. AJ says no Westbrook taking Braun and Joker over. Um, that's another reason to like the Pelicans in this game. I mean, as much as I talk bad about Westbrook, he's a big reason why they've been playing good this season. And while he's out, they're gonna suffer. If you just look at what they've been doing lately, like he's been out lately, right? They've won a close game versus Charlotte, who hasn't really had anybody in the lineup. They won a close game versus Philly, who I don't think we think too highly of Philly right now. That's what I'm gonna say about that one. They lost, back to back games there, 3 games in a row. Like they haven't been playing good basketball to lay this kind of a number. So that's really how I feel about it. And you can look at the points that they're giving up in most of these games. I know they held Charlotte down. I mean, who's not holding Charlotte down? But they're giving up points to pretty much everybody, as you can see. So team total and the spread, I think, are good ways to go in that game. All right, last game or not, might not be. It's not the last game, but we have another 2 more games: Suns and Blazers, and Suns open -4.5. They're still 4.5 or 5 right now. Total open 231. It looks like 230.5. No injuries for the Suns. For the Blazers, I see Robert Williams game time decision, and I see Tybal out. Um, Blazers first game of a back to back. They've been playing good basketball. It says letdown spot, but no, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Um, how many games have they covered? They might have covered all of these games here. Yeah, they've covered 8 games in a row. It's looking like here. Yeah, they've won. Forget cover. They've won 8 games in a row. Blazers are playing. No. They did lose one, so they've covered 8 in a row, but they've won 7 out of 8. That's what it looks like here. So they've been playing really, really good basketball. And one of those wins was versus the Suns. Actually, it was their last game versus the Suns. They blew them out as a 4.5 point underdog. So for the Suns, it is a chance for them to bounce back. Quick revenge for them and double digit revenge for them. Yes, they've been playing a lot of games lately. Um, I have a system that pretty much is saying this situation that they're in, this playing back to back 2 games after losing as a favorite, and it was saying, yeah, they cover at a solid rate. Talking about uh teams in the road teams, the road favorites like the Suns, but it was more so saying the under. But it was like I'm thinking, how much do I really trust the Suns defense? Yes, the Blazers have been playing pretty good defense. I guess their defense has been consistently 107. I'll just double check and look back what they're actually giving up. I mean, they held Orlando down because Orlando's been. I mean, I'm not gonna put too much into that one. They did hold Phoenix. I mean, same team, yeah. Milwaukee. I mean, they're doing solid. A lot of these ones I'm seeing here though, I'm not putting too much stock into it, is what I'm trying to say. And the Suns, they did hold Golden State down. They're kind of inconsistent. I don't know. So I'm not too sure if I can trust either one of those on the system for this game. But for a side, I definitely don't want to bet against the Blazers until they show me a reason to. So I guess I'll lean with the under. Um, the market is pushing it that way. It looks like at least a little bit. I see it as low as well, just bump back up. I still see 229 and a half spec out there though. So that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, C1 says Suns defense is bad. I'm not pushing a button. I'm not taking it on this one. But I did take a couple games so far. And we'll talk about one more game that I did take. Um one more game that I did take. And oh, I had the spot right here. Yeah, the numbers for what I just said. Road favorites with quick revenge that lost as a favorite. That was a system that it said. It was Phoenix 76 and 52 against the spread, 59.4%, and 81 and 46, 73.8% to the under. So that I just don't know if I can trust them. Like we talked about. That's what it came down to. So last game on the slate, another one that I did bet. Let's move it back over. And I'll get better at this. My bad, you guys. It's just different. I got to do it differently than I normally do it. So I'll get used to it. All right, Magic and Warriors. This one opened up Warriors minus 2.5. They look like 3-point favorites. Oh no, still some 2.5s out there. It's popping back and forth. That one book. Um, Total open 216. And wow, it's as low as 211.5. Smashing this one to the under between the Magic and the Warriors. Jalen Suggs looks like he's a game time decision. Other than that, Magic, I mean, could finally be fully healthy. For the Warriors, Draymond Green is questionable. He could be back out there. Kaminga, though, they're still missing Kaminga. Um, you have the Magic coming off a loss to Utah. I mean, they've been losing a lot of games lately. I don't know. It's been a bounce back spot for a while. Um, I don't know about that yet. One thing I'll say about them is like, yes, I think they're better than their record right now. But a lot of the reason their record looks like that is because they've been unhealthy. Now they've gotten healthy and just give them some time to get back in a rhythm together, and then they're going to go on a run. Like you're going to be able to bet Orlando very often. It might come right before the All Star break. It might come immediately after, but it's going to come. I'm not sure if it's going to come this game. That's how I feel about it. I think the Warriors, especially being the more rested team coming off of a spanking that they got versus the Suns. Um, Before that, they were playing a little bit good basketball, and they're on what, a 6 game homestand. Like, look at this, all these home games. Um, I just feel like 3-3 is not going to be acceptable ending this homestand. Like they got to end this homestand 4-2 before they go on the road for 7 straight games. That's how they're looking at this one, and I feel like they've been playing better lately than the Magic. Like I said, they did get a beat down versus Suns, but they won 2 games before that. One of those versus OKC, who's the top team in the league. So they were doing something right. What I think they were doing right was playing a little bit more up tempo and amongst other things. So we'll see. But I like the Warriors to get the job done here at the house versus the Magic tomorrow night. That's what I think is the right side in that game. Appreciate you, Cheerful Stadium. Sam Dog, appreciate you. Casey says, if setbacks and warm ups, Dre gonna play. B Man likes Golden State if Suggs are out. If Suggs is out, Fatone is not a fan, not a fan of the Warriors roster, I guess. Hey, they can beat them. I just don't think they're in rhythm to beat them right now. So we can agree, disagree, um, you know, whatever. But that's the end of the card. And man, we got through them. I wonder how long this took. I'll see in 1 second. Took 26 minutes. I think we did pretty good here. So let me close this out. And yeah, best bets, I guess, before we get out of here. I mean, obviously, I mean, I can't forget this. I know I forgot a lot of stuff and I was messing up to start the show. But you do see it at the bottom as far as some of the promos that we have going on. Um, I'm just gonna shout out mine. I'm sorry if I forget anybody else's. But we have the promo going there, the 7 day all access for just $11 a day for any capper at Wager Talk. I know mine expires tomorrow night, and that is the college basketball and the NBA together. You get them both for 209, and I've just been doing really good in both sports. I think I'm now. I mean, I'll tell you exactly how I've been doing, or, or I'll tell you. I guess I don't think I updated exactly, but I'll tell you. So 24-7, no, 26-11 all sports run, like I said. College basketball, I believe, is 29, or I'm sorry, 22-9. And my top college basketball plays, 3% or higher, are 15-2 right now. So I'll get those updated on the site. But yeah, I will tomorrow is the last day to get both of them combined. So if you get college basketball for 30 days, which is 179, you get NBA for $1 a day. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So my best bets, or I'll make a best bet for this show. How about that? If you were watching the show, you kind of got what I was giving out, and my clients got them as well. Some of them have better numbers, but we still like them anyway. Best bet for the show, I'm gonna go with. Hmm, let's get one where the number is at least still the same right now. One of them is already moved quite a bit. Boom, boom, boom. Or I'll do like this. We'll share a couple. How about that? I just said I like Golden State. Um, I definitely like Golden State quite a bit. And another one that we like, we will go with. I mean, I liked OKC. I really do. I still do. I mean, they're minus. They're still -10 at a couple shops. Some of them are putting them up to -11. I obviously got -8.5. I mean, um, I still like them. Bucks 0-3 on the road without rest so far this season. And like I said, Giannis and Lillard both played 37 minutes in that game. I just think it's a really advantageous spot for the Thunder, who are good enough to beat them without an advantageous spot by double digits, especially in a revenge situation for them. So I like that one, and I like Golden State. I gave you guys two. I also have my best bet up at Wager Talk. It's my 4% best bet for tomorrow on the entire slate. So appreciate you guys. I'll do better and better each time. I'll hold it down till my guy RC gets back. If you want to see some guests, let me know in the comments. Let me know who I should uh, do the show with. Um, have a couple people in mind I might have come through, depending how long my guy RC is out. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we can continue to make some money, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.